Hello, welcome everybody back with me, Valerie Williams of Dimensional Talent Streams. Top of the year. We're in January 2022 and my first interview of the new year, and kicking off with our special guest today, Amy Ahrens of Holistic Wellness. She has been on our platform before. It's been a while, and so since we're in 2022, I kind of want to do a little mini series the next 4 weeks and have some guests on talking about what is your new in 2022. You know, so many times in the new year, as the new year strolls around, we have New Year's resolutions and we have all these ideas of what we want to do. We're excited. And so I really want to focus on just maybe one area. As I bring my guests on for the next 4 weeks, I will also be coming on and sharing what I'm going to be doing new for 2022. And we're going to take it from there and have some fun. So, Amy, welcome back with us here on Dimensional Talent Stream. So good to see you again.
Yeah, it's good to see you too. Thank you so much for having me again.
Yeah, so tell us, give us a recap. You've been on Dimensional Talent Streams before, but for those who are new coming back and maybe seeing, hearing, watching us, just tell us a little bit about yourself. What is holistic wellness? How did you get into the holistic wellness space and so forth?
Yes, I believe being mentally healthy is just as important as being physically healthy. And that's what made me want to create this holistic wellness lifestyle. And I've been working on it probably about 16 years.
Wow.
And that's when my life completely changed. And I knew that I didn't want the toxins and chemicals in my body. And my life story changed so much in 2005 with a traumatic, life altering, shattering sadness that I had, that back in 2005 no one talked about depression and being on antidepressants. And my mother was overweight and on antidepressants, and she hid it so well, no one knew that she was having problems, and until it was too late. She misused her antidepressants and ultimately went to a hotel and took pills and alcohol and ended her life, because the
Mhm.
chemical imbalance and the side effects just mess up your whole system in your body. So that is my mission and message now, to tell people, if you're on them, it's okay, stay consistent on them and get the holistic solutions on top of it. And if you're considering going on, try the holistic solutions first. And I've learned so many things on my journey that have helped me help my mindset, that I can give back and help others now.
Awesome.
And learned so much. And just healing our gut health is one of the number one things that we start with now.
Awesome, awesome. So tell us what Amy Ahrens has been up to. You know I see you on social media, Instagram, which was one of your major platforms. You've got a good following on Instagram, and kind of have been, seeing you traveling and so forth relating to your business a lot. So you're becoming this very world traveler in the midst of everything that's going on. So tell us,
Yes.
what has been new for you, or what's an area that you're focusing on that's going to be your new for 2022?
My new is just sharing the message that we can heal our bodies from plants grown from the earth. So
Mm.
I've been traveling and learning new things about the energetic fields also. So I'm able
Yeah.
to help people be and have that awareness that this 5G is affecting us and our bodies in different ways also.
Oh,
So yeah, learning about all this and different techniques, and how somebody tested me and now he taught me how to test others, and what we need to do to protect ourselves, because this 5G is just getting worse and worse. They're putting more and more up there, and it's cooking our bodies like we're in a microwave. So now I have this technique that I can help people heal even deeper on the cellular level. So that is
ooh.
my new, yeah, I love it all and anything health and wellness, but really getting to the point where you have that awareness of what's going on and what to do about it.
Talk to us a little bit about it, as much as you can, Amy, about, that cellular level. I mean, me as well, my background is in the healthcare industry, specifically behavioral health for the last, I don't know, maybe 6 to 10 years has been, that has been with my space in the healthcare environment too. And I think that's how we connected and so forth. Talk to us a little bit about that cellular level healing and what you mean by cellular level. So those who, don't really understand that, they can kind of grasp when we say cellular level, what are we talking about? Why is cellular level so important? And why does it have to be the cellular level, if you can?
Yeah, so I'll give myself an example. When I first got tested, I'm taking all of the plant-based nutrition and supplements and everything for my body, but it was still like, okay, what's next? I kept saying like, why am I not feeling 100% yet? And when I got tested, that 1 in 500 of my cells was actually functioning properly.
Mm,
So he explained it as, would you want 1 in 500 of your soldiers showing up for battle? And when you look at it in the body perspective, oh my gosh, you need to have all your cells functioning properly so they absorb all this amazing plant-based nutrition that you're taking. So once I realized that, and he showed me the ways to get your cellular level back up, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so much better because I can actually absorb at the cellular level that my body needs to absorb all of this good nutrition.
So what is one of the tricks that you can share with our audience today? Because, the healthcare industry is so huge. When we talk about vitamins and nutritions, I mean, that's a whole area in itself. And then when we start talking about the structures of some of these supplements that we're taking, we're going back to what do we look for to make sure that the compounds that we're taking are the right structure for us to be able to absorb in our body. So what do we look for when we are getting our supplements, our holistic medicines and so forth? What are we to look for to know whether this thing is going to break down in our body to begin with?
Yeah, there's so much out there that it's hard to know exactly what your body needs. That's why we need to be able to test it, every product, to see what level it is, what grade it is, if it's a like a light, medium, high, good for your body, like low, medium efficiency kind of thing. If it's really going to work, because every body is different and every um, product has its own frequency. So I've found different companies that have different products because I'm not going to just go with one company if I have something else from this company that's going to help my body. So it doesn't matter where it's coming from. I've found so many things that it's one-on-one. That's why I like people to book a solutions call with me so we can consult about what they really need.
Okay.
That's where I'm
So
at.
when
I,
you have your consultations with your prospects and your clients, what type of testing are you doing? Like when you're taught, we know everybody's different, their body is different, they're going to respond to things very different. It's going to even affect how quickly they absorb things, da 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 da. So many factors come into play. So what are you doing with your testing when you're dealing with your clients?
yeah, to get to the cellular level, we ask the body questions, and muscle testing helps with that because your cells don't lie. So once you get down to the deep level of their body, you can do it anywhere. And that's what I've been trained now. And it's just amazing how you can get down to that level that you can get those answers.
Okay, so you're
That's
doing muscle
really
testing.
hmm And
Interesting.
I have a new platform called heal.me,
Mhm.
and all of my services are in there. Heal.me/Amy11. So people can book their consultation there and any services.
Okay, okay. It's interesting. You said muscle testing, and we're talking about frequencies.
It's all connected. Yeah.
I've had two friends of mine who were doing the muscle testing. One of them, she's got her, she kind of does the Asian medicine. So she's got her own private practice in Virginia, where she does acupuncture. And she was doing a lot of the muscle testing as well, but kind of had to pull back on it, because she kind of got a little bit too dependent on the muscle testing, that she was not trusting her own gut,
Oh, good.
her own gut. And when we talk about gut, the gut is very, very important when we're talking about gut health, because your gut is also your intuition. It's what I also call your discernment, and being able to hear that inner voice within you. And so I actually have a video out that I am going to be releasing on how to develop your gut. I've been, one of my mentors is really strong on developing your gut and your instinct,
Oh,
and that first instinct, and when you're, especially as business owners and professionals and so forth, and we're doing deals and we're meeting people and collaborating and making these major decisions that affect our business and our livelihood, that gut health is so critical. So,
oh yeah.
I've kind of sprung off of that. So, and I know you're big into gut, and we can talk about that a lot. We can talk about that as well. But I
It's
just
our
find,
second brain. Yeah,
yeah,
there's so much to forget. People
yeah,
don't really
it's so
immune
critical.
system too. Immune
Yeah.
system, people getting sick because they're eating junk and their gut microbiome is so messed up that it is affecting their health. Yeah, the immune system is so important. The hormones are in our gut. The serotonin, 90% of serotonin, the happy hormone, is in our gut. So if that is not functioning properly, it's going to affect our mental health. And
Mhm.
that's why we're all
Yeah,
about
yeah.
mental wellness, have
Yeah,
it
and
all.
making those decisions and trusting, your instincts, basically. So
Yeah.
very interesting, how all these parallels come to board. That is so good. So share with us, now you've kind of give us what your new is for 22
There's
and
so
really
much.
focusing on that 5G. So give us some
There's
more, because I know there's a lot
okay.
going on with you and your
Yeah.
business. So, and that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to have you sharing with our
Yeah.
audience and all the exciting stuff. So just feel free to
So
share.
the way that we get our cellular level back up
Mhm.
is, it sounds crazy. My husband and I did it and it worked. So it's called Quanta Water, and it's this synergetic water that you get, and you drink a sip, just a little squirt in your mouth every 30 minutes for 30 days. Like set a timer and you get it in your mouth every 30 minutes. And your cellular level goes up a few points every day doing that. So now we're at about, last time I tested, it was about 55, compared to when I started in November, I was a quarter of 1%. Now I'm at 35. So I'm like, okay, it's working. And now we can help others get their cellular level back up too, because it's getting worse and worse. We need to do what we need to do to protect ourselves. And then there's also an EP2 pendant that we wear. There's so many different things. And then the protector on our cell phones. So that's why I am putting that out there too, that this is what our body needs. Once you get on the proper nutrients, get your cell levels back up so you can actually absorb them in the proper ways.
Okay. So where do people go to obtain some of these resources? You talked about, is it
Quanta, quanta,
quanta, quanta
yeah.
water, and you mentioned an EPT pendant and all that. Where is there a specific place that people can go to get these pendants, the
They would
water?
come, they would come to me also, and I would help them.
Oh,
Yeah.
well then I gotta get busy and get with you.
Yeah.
I've got to get busy to
Yeah.
get with you. I've got to get busy and get with you.
It's amazing, all of this that I've learned just in the last few months. Yeah, it's
Wow.
incredible.
Wow. I mean, I've heard some things as 5G was being developed, of some of the things that 5G was going to do, because it's even going to affect our DNA, and can scramble your DNA. So I've heard a lot of things. I mean, I've even heard some things coming up with this development of 6G and how detrimental that is going to be to us as well. But you can just imagine with the whole 5G, and we're at that point now where they're going to, all carriers are going to have that, and everybody's going to have 5G to be able to communicate on their cell phones. So it's getting to that point where you cannot avoid getting 5G.
I know. That's why we have to do whatever we can to protect ourselves so we don't let this happen to us. Like, we can't let it happen, like we need to do whatever we can do
Mhm.
to feel strong, happy, and healthy, and keep it that way, keep those levels high.
Now, talk to us about this pendant that you have. I've got a coworker whose girlfriend makes these pendants, and they're kind of like these crystal things. I don't know a whole lot about it, but talk to us a little bit more about your pendant, and how that is protecting you, and so forth.
Yeah, I wish I had the definition on me because I don't have the exact like technical terminology word,
Okay.
but there's something in there that has the protection that I don't know all the technical words, but yeah, I'll give you more information about it later. But
Oh,
there's something special in there that is able to attract it,
to repel it.
to propel it. Yeah,
Okay. Could you
yeah,
show us the pendant again that you have around you?
yes.
Okay, okay. Interesting. Okay.
So, and then I sleep with it under my pillow and just always have it at least um 2 feet from you, which most just wear it, right?
Mhm, mhm.
Some people, if you don't want to wear it, just put it in your pocket or anything, as long as it's near your body.
Yeah, excellent. So tell us what else is going on. Are you doing any webinars, any informational sessions about some of the new stuff that you're learning relating to 5G, cellular structure, the electromagnetic fields, and all of that?
Yes, I'm going to do a wellness webinar on, what is it, Wednesday, the 26th. I'm going to do Wellness Wednesdays on Clubhouse and the
Okay,
Wellness Club,
okay.
and then do my Wellness Wednesday lives on Facebook. And then Wednesday, the 26th, I'm going to do a wellness webinar sharing everything in more detail.
Okay, and if folks miss that, do you have that posted anywhere where people can see on another platform or?
Yes, it's also on my link tree at Amy's Jet or Amy Ahrens Facebook. Amy's Jet is the Instagram, AMYSJET. The link is on the link tree. It goes straight to the Zoom that day.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So yeah, definitely some
January
exciting things.
26th. Yeah, January 26th of 5 PST.
Okay, Pacific time. Okay. Pacific time. I want to make sure that I get these in the handles later on for the bio for this. All right,
Yeah.
anything else that you want to share, or what else have you been learning? Like I said, I know I've been seeing you travel. So,
I've been traveling a lot. I think just getting the mission and message out about being mentally and physically healthy and how much self-love is crucial for true self-happiness, because I didn't see that my mom had that. She took care of everyone else. She was doing everything, but was she really having that time, taking that time to take care of herself? And that's
mm,
why it's crucial for me to set that time aside for meditation and movement, some kind of stretching or workout, or get it in nature. Do what you need to do for your body to feel strong and healthy.
yeah, yeah, so cool. You mentioned the word self-love, and it's so interesting as you're talking. I'm just thinking of, the things that I have been able to accomplished in 2021, not to pat myself on the back, but it just kind of lets you know you're on the right path, you're on the right trajectory with some of the things that you know, it lets me know I'm on the right trajectory with some of the topics I'm addressing, even though I'm in business. You know, like try to keep it centered around business because, you know, we forget about ourselves in business and we're such on the grind and whatnot that we tend to forget about ourselves. And, you know, we're the face of our business. Everything starts with us. So health is critical for business owners, entrepreneurs as well. But I just did an article on self-love, peace, confidence that
Oh,
talks
good.
about that. And so I found it interesting that you talked about the self-love, and which
Oh,
was
yeah.
really a collaboration that I have up and coming for February, where I'm collaborating a article, magazine article, and that was their topic, the person I'm collaborating with. But I said, hey, I'm going to include it in my premiere magazine that just got premiered in January. So
Yeah.
very interesting on the self-love.
Yeah.
Talk to us more
Yes.
about, since we're on that topic, your routine. What does Amy Ahrens do to keep herself motivated? Like right now, I see in your background, you are very huge on your atmosphere. You're very huge on your surroundings and keeping it very peaceful, keeping it very zen, you know, and clean, you know, clean and crisp. And I see that you got a Himalayan lamp back there and so forth. You do a little bit of lighting and whatnot. But bring us a little bit more into Amy's world on what her routine is. You know, you're single, you know, not single, you're a married woman. You know, what you're doing to spread that to your husband. How have you been able to keep him involved? You know, for the married women who out there who feel like I'm doing this on my own, I can't get my husband involved. He could care less. He wants to watch sports. Da 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 da. Give us a little bit of the skinny about what you do.
Yeah, I think it's just getting that routine and consistency. If your husband or significant other is going to do it or not, it doesn't matter. Like, you know, once you get your routine, you know that you feel better doing it. Just do it no matter what. And I feel like once I am consistent, I feel so much better. But I love essential oils. I started my healing journey with essential oils, and that's my big thing. I have the diffuser going, and just putting those intentions out every morning. I put a drop of joy over my heart and just have those affirmations of peace, love, joy, happiness, and harmony in my heart. And those affirmations, like, it is safe for me to honor my needs first, because you have to take care of yourself first so you can give back to others. And having, yeah, I put oils on different places in my body and then do a meditation, different ones every morning, either positive affirmations or Ho'oponopono. You know Ho'oponopono? I
Mm-mm.
love you, I'm sorry. It's a Hawaiian tradition of healing. That's I love you, I'm sorry, thank you, please forgive me, I'm sorry, thank you, I love you. And it's really just saying it to yourself, and anything that has come up, like, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And you just repeat it over and over. And that's their thing is 108 times, you know, the beads, these beads. So
Okay.
did you know that there's 108 on here? I didn't even know that until I went to a yoga retreat a few years ago. There's 108 on here. So you say, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, I'm sorry. And then you go all the way around. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. So
So
there's
what is the
like
significance of
that.
that number? What's the significance of that number?
That's a good question. I don't even know what the number is about, but just getting it ingrained in you that many times
Okay.
does something,
Gotcha.
you know?
Gotcha.
Yeah. And
Very.
just positive affirmations of moving and getting outdoors, connecting to nature, going on hikes.
Mm,
Yeah. They call it green therapy. Getting out in nature is green therapy. Going
right.
by water, the ocean or lakes or anything is blue therapy. They're just all the little things turn into big things to help you stay happy, and the more happy you are, the healthier you are, I believe.
Right. Now, talk to us a little bit more about your product, Amari, and what's new with Amari. For those who don't know, what is it?
and
So
get.
talk to us a little bit. Let's transition into that.
Yes. So after all of the affirmations and oiling up and everything, we get the plant-based nutrition in our body. And my husband has been doing really well with it also. We just have been taking it over a year now. And it's Amari is the mental wellness company, and
Mhm.
it's all plant-based nutrition. And our big thing is healing the three brains, the gut, the heart, and the mind, and how it's all connected. And I really believe that if my mother would have had these products, that she would have been okay, you know, because realizing there's so many probiotics out there, learning about this specific one, it's called Mintabiotics, and it's specific strands of probiotic, prebiotic, and phytobiotic, but it's also specific strands for stress, anxiety, tension, and depression that we're holding in our guts. People are taking the COX-2 inhibitors and all the prescriptions that are dealing with the mind, but it's really just saying that it's not there, but it's still there. Getting to the root cause is crucial, and clearing it all up in your gut microbiome helps your brain function. So it's amazing.
Yeah, it
I'm
really
feeling
is.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've definitely got to get with you quick, fast, and in a hurry. Oh, I've been trying to get with you and get on these products for like, I don't know, months now. So I really, that will
Yes.
be one of my news for 2022 is to really get that
Yeah.
get on that Amari because I definitely believe in it. And you've been a great resource to really help me springboard and kind of educate on those three brains, which I just think is just I can't even say enough on that, on the three brains, which is our gut, our mind, and our gut, our mind, and our heart, and just what those are. And for those who are like, what are you talking about with these three guts? Get with Amy Ahrens here. Give us your email, how they can, get with you again, Amy.
I think the best way would be to go on the link tree on Amy Ahrens' Facebook or on the Instagram, Amy's Jet, AMYSJET, or you can set a consultation on the Heal Me. It's heal.me/AMY11. That is really just talking to the person and getting down to the root of what they really need. Because there's different packages between mental focus and happy juice and edge for mood, motivation, metabolism with it's mango leaf, lychee fruit, palm fruit extract. So it's just really individual. I can set up a plan and test their body for what it needs.
Okay, and is there a fee for that you charge for the consultations?
Yeah, there's a 15-minute free consultation, and I have a $10 off coupon for your first order.
Okay, awesome, awesome. And then if people need a consultation with you after that 15 minutes, how long do your consultations run after that 15-minute initial consultation?
That's a good question. I would just assess their needs and go from there
Okay,
and
okay,
get them
okay.
what they need.
Okay,
Yeah.
good deal, good deal. So very open. Again, this is Amy Ahrens of Holistic Wellness. She is based out of California. She's in the holistic wellness space. Her product is called Amari, that focuses on the three brains. We all have three brains, your mind, your heart, as well as your gut. And her product targets all of those areas as well as very important to keep all three in alignment. And so her product basically targets those three areas. Not only that, but it helps to educate you on your body, on your three brains, what it's comprised of, how to keep them in sync and in balance, and what happens when they're out of balance and so forth. So you're also getting educated on the product, which is called Amari. So for those who are not familiar with the three brains, I also have a video on my YouTube station called Dimensional Talent Streams, called, Optimizing the Three Brains, which is Amy's product. She and I have done about 3 or 4 collaborations. So the video is compliments of her product, but it really helped me with the brain, because I just thought that that was such a revelation, because we hear about the mind a lot. We hear about these individual components of our body, but I've never heard of that concept of the marrying of the two and looking at them as three brains. And so that was huge for me. And Amy was honored me to allow me to use her material and put up my own little presentation to talk further about that. But I will also be an Amari ambassador on that. So I fully back her and support her with that. That's why she is on this platform and has been gracing us with her presence on this platform as well. Because being in the healthcare space, I like to marry healthcare along with business. They're not separate, they kind of go hand in hand, because if we're not in good health, we can't do anything. It's really not rocket science. And so I like to marry the two. And as I mentioned, Amy and I have done several collaborations, and she has just been a great resource and a sister, a true sister. So
Yes.
I love her dearly.
Yeah, and we got to meet in person too. So that's
Yeah, yeah.
fun.
So I
Yeah.
think highly of her and love her dearly as a sister. So what else would you want to share, Amy? Like, how are you? You've got so much to keep you motivated, and I know you love the great outdoors and great into your, your atmosphere and climate. But let's. I'm gonna kind of challenge and push the buttons a little bit. Talk to us, because people, we want the real sauce. What has been, would you say, a challenge for you in 2022, but you have been able to kind of work through it and overcome it?
Yeah, I think just keeping the connections and the follow-ups with people. There's so many things that you get sidetracked, and just to have that focus, like, okay, what am I supposed to do today? Let's get it down on paper. And I love making lists and checking it off. So
Yeah,
just really having that focus and putting my own words into action. When I talk about the three major A's, having that awareness, affirm, and activate, and having that awareness of what's going on and what do I need right now. This is what I'm telling everybody else. I need to practice what I'm preaching, kind of thing. And affirm that you've got this, and have the positive affirmations, and then set the plan of, okay, set the plan of today, set the plan of the week, like whatever I need to do to focus and get my message and mission out there to help others.
good. So do you have a particular platform, about when I don't want to say platform, but a particular software or product that you're using that's kind of keeping you on task?
I do have the ULA. I was certified ULA coach in 2020, and I've been doing ULA for years now, but I just got certified as a coach. ULA is finding balance in the 7 core areas of your life. So putting those goals into place in the 7 core areas, being, they all start with F: fitness. And to me, fitness is being mentally and physically healthy. Fitness, finance, family, faith, field, your career, friends, and fun. And having it all 7 F's, balance and growing, is a lifelong journey, because you're always spinning those plates, and one's going to fall off before you can get them all going. But just to realize and have that awareness of what's going on and what goals you set in each category. So that helps too.
So give us those again, the 7 core areas of one's life:
7 F:
fitness, finance.
fitness, finance, family, faith, any whatever faith you are,
Mhm,
um, as long as you have something.
mhm.
Field, your career, friends, and fun. And it's good
Fun.
to have it all in there. Yeah, you have to have friends, and you have to have fun. You have to have those connections to not just have it all in field. Like, there's different evaluations and questionnaires that you can do with it to see what are your top two and what are your bottom two, and realizing that those bottom two need to be worked on too, so you can have those top two and to see where you're out of balance. And it's
Interesting.
all about having balance in the unbalanced world.
Interesting. Okay, so
Yeah.
guys, you've heard a little bit of sauce there. You've heard a little bit of a gem falling there.
Yeah.
So really look
It
at,
was,
listeners, as you're listening and watching, think about those 7 core areas of your life. Really sit down with them, write them down, and look at, okay, where have you been falling short that you want to increase? And if you need balance in those 7 core areas of your life, this is a resource that you have on how you can, and you can actually test yourself, and you can reach out to Amy Ahrens, who can assist you with that as well. So she wears many hats as a life coach, in addition to her
Okay.
holistic wellness space. So overall, your general
Everything.
well-being. Okay,
Just
live differently. Okay,
basically.
love planner. Okay, awesome, awesome,
So many things. Yes.
awesome. All right, so what else, if you could share with the audience something, one thing, what would you want your audience to know today?
Oh, I think just the importance of self-care. And I say self-love is our superpower. We just really need to focus on self-care and self-love.
Mm.
So we can just have that happiness in our life and create it. Even if you don't feel like getting up, there's days where I'm like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to get up. But then you say, no, I have to do this, this, and this, and I need to show up to be there and help others get through this. So just
Awesome.
having that
And
is
I
really
know we all have various definitions of self-love. So when we talk about self-love, people kind of have to sit and say, okay, so it's interesting to see people's reaction to self-love, because then they think that some get, a little bit defensive, or feel like there's accusations against them when you talk about self-love. So it's very interesting to see the reactions. And so that further makes me assess where they are, and what their definition of self-love is. Like I shared on this collaboration that I'm doing in February, a magazine article, and the topic is self-love, peace, and confidence. And I thought that that was so fitting, coming out of the new year when this opportunity hit me, that when I started to write the article, this collaboration article, it just kind of was free flow. I didn't have a problem with it. It was just like, "Ooh, doo, 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 doo," and I'm writing and I'm writing and I'm writing. I really had to kind of, the limit was, 1,000 words, and I really struggled to cut it down. Oh, so it was just kind of like pouring out of me. So I'm just like, okay. So for me,
good.
it
Oh,
was, I kind of at the time, this was probably about December when I was writing the article. And for me, it was just looking at my accomplishments and not really realizing all that I was able to accomplish in 2021. But I looked at that as self-love, because in the midst of it, my mentors, the mentors that I have, that I am accountable to in business and in finance, um, that was a part of my self-love, because they have helped, it helped educate me, it helped keep me accountable, it helped push me, as far as resources, how I'm doing things, and that just pushed my paradigm, out this way. And at the end of the day, I was like, Amy, I've got this team around me, and everybody should have a team, that is cheering you on, and is supporting you, holding you accountable. And yes, is going to say, no, that doesn't look good. It's going to be honest with you at the same time. And so for me, not realizing it, that was a form of self-love, because I don't even know if I want to say I reached out for it. I guess I did, because obviously, the opportunity presented itself. I could
attracted
have denied it,
it.
but I
Yes.
didn't. I pursued it. And so that was a form of self-love for me.
Yeah.
And when I say self-love, it was the education. It was realizing you need help. It is realizing you don't know what you're doing. And
That's a good awareness.
yeah,
Yes, awareness and ask for help. It's okay to ask for help.
yeah, you are not good in this area of business. And so what are you going to do about that? Where do you go? And da 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 da. And so that was an area of self-love, to be able to have these mentors and to be able to develop these collaborations and strategies and tools and to stretch me and put me in new opportunities. And I hate techie stuff. And so just when I talk techie, I'm talking website building and
Oh yeah.
domains together. And one of my mentors is just like, no, Valerie, as a consultant, you're dealing with your clients and they're going to need this kind of help. And if you don't, expose yourself to doing it, you ain't going to be able to help them in this particular area or to direct them. So you have to get exposed and against my better judgment, had to develop that muscle. So for me,
Yeah.
that was an all around area of self love. And prior to that, I always loved business, but to have this, handful of mentors, it's like, okay, I've got a team around me. I've got a team, and it's so empowering. It's very powerful. And so for me, that's what my self love has looked like coming out of 2021 and going into 2022. Now, for 2022, when I think about self love, I'm just thinking about, yeah, I definitely want to take more care of myself. Like I really want to have more me time, where and it's just me. And whether I'm watching a good chick flick or whether I'm snooched, on the couch with my little four-legged baby,
Yeah.
dog, whatever that looks like, but my me time and really being consistent with that. And that's something that I've been really big on, but sometimes it can get away with me.
Scheduling it in. Yeah,
Yeah,
you got to
sometimes it
schedule it
gets
in to make
away
it
from
happen.
me.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it gets away from me. And normally I have a morning routine, and that's a part of it. It's my me time and, my faith in the Lord Jesus Christ, which has really been my anchor. But sometimes it can get away and I have to watch it and be like, okay. So for me, that's like my kind of definition of self-love. So tell us what your definition of self-love and what that looks like. I mean, you probably said it already, but I just want people to be able to grasp self-love because some of us get defensive. Some of us don't want to talk about it. Some of us are just like, oh, that's too deep, or she's
They don't
talking.
even realize what to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So I really
that's a
want
good
to.
question to people. Like, what do you do for self-love? And they're like, what do you mean? Yeah, I've asked people that, and some of them just go around it and don't ever answer it. I'm like, no, how
Yeah,
are you? And what do you do for yourself? You know?
right, right. Let's break this
Yeah,
down. Like, yeah. So what does that
right.
look like for you? I know
That
you probably already
thing,
said it, but just to give people kind of a
yeah.
hands-on type of thing.
I think that self-love means giving your body what it needs, like really slowing down, listen to your body and give it what it needs. And for me, that's putting on the essential oils and getting the nutrition in me,
Mm.
not wanting the toxins and chemicals in my body and in my home. And I've been able to create that. So I'm just like, I applaud myself, like, okay, yes, I did it. And I'm able to share it and help others do the same now. And that's my self-love. That makes my heart smile. That I was like, okay, I did this and I can do this to help others too. So that really is is good for me to feel that, like staying happy and healthy helps me help others stay happy and healthy kind of thing.
Right, right. So it's just this constant circle, really, because it's really your life. I mean, this isn't like a part-time thing for you. It's a part of, and I think that's the difference, and really want people to know, and those who are listening and watching, the type of individual that you are and what people are getting when they come in contact with you, because this isn't just a profession for you. This isn't a hobby for you. This isn't like a 9 to 5 type of thing and then it cuts off. This is really a lifestyle for
Yeah.
you. It really, you live, you breathe, you're doing things personally on with yourself and with your husband and whatnot. So you are living this thing 24/7, 365 days a week. And so what you're saying, you are actually doing, and what you're telling your prospects and your clients, you are actually doing. And so it's more than just certifications and the coaching and all that. It truly is a lifestyle, which
Oh
is a
yeah.
huge, huge difference. You live and breathe this stuff. So
Yeah, I love that I can say I practice what I preach,
yeah,
because
absolutely.
it's
Absolutely.
this is not my job. This is my life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and I can attest to that truly. I mean, I mean, you and I, when we get together and talk, it's like this is what we talk about. This is what, and
I love
maybe
talking about it. Anything
yeah,
health and
yeah, and
wellness.
it's so more crucial now. And I think people are really looking for answers because of what we've been through with COVID and what we're still going through with COVID, and the world has changed and is still changing. 5G is a perfect example that you brought up, and just the electromagnetic fields. I mean, that's, the world is ever so changing. And that electromagnetic field is getting thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner.
It's everywhere. We can't get away from it. Yeah.
I mean, it just blows my mind, and we don't really talk about that a lot or every day, da 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 da, unless you are in that space, and people think that, they don't know what to do about it, and so it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind. I can't do anything about it, but there are measures that you can take. And this is one example with Amari and what the services and products that you offer.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm here
Well,
loving people back to life with
yes, yeah,
solutions.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So Amy, it's so good. It's such a breath of fresh air to always talk with you and see what you're up to and what the new is in your 22 and
Right.
whatnot. And so I want to thank you for gracing us.
Thank
I'm
you for
going
bringing it out of me. I didn't
to,
realize, like, oh yes, this is my new.
yeah, yeah, yeah. See, we have it. We don't even realize it, but it's so a testament to you because, like I said, you live and breathe this thing. This is your life, and so the fact that you just go from day to day, you don't even realize that it's your new because it's so a part of your life. But you're learning new things as you're going through your life that you don't even realize that it's a new because this is a part of your life every
It was
day.
just like
So
the next step of what
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
happened. Yeah.
yeah, such a
Next
testimony to
level.
you. Yeah, yeah, that you have everything just harnessed in and so laser focused. So stay on with me if you can. I'm going to end our broadcast here, everyone. I'm Valerie Williams of Dimensional Talent Streams. You were on today with Amy Ahrens of Holistic Wellness out of California. She has graced us with just with her new in 2022, and I will post a bio on how to contact her. And definitely, by all means, if you need help with any type of depression, anxiety, fear, just with finding, if you're battling distractions and so forth, how to find that balance of life, the 7 core balances of your life. This is the woman that you truly want to get with. Such a peaceful, easygoing, person to deal with, and I can attest to that. Hence, I wouldn't be collaborating with her. So, Amy, thank you again for blessing us. I'm Valerie Williams of Dimensional Talent Streams, redirecting you in being fruitful and multiplying. I'll see you guys next week. Amy, hang tight with me. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.